11 scary videos captured by cameras. Many supernatural things are happening in the world right now, and many of them end up on the internet. With an increasing number of security cameras and modern smartphones, it's becoming more and more certain that spirits still roam the earth. All the scenes we're about to see are real recordings, so stick around until the end to see the 11 scary videos captured by cameras. Number 5 is particularly intriguing and nobody can explain it. Before we start, we have some news for you. We're having a giveaway on the channel for an iPhone as soon as we reach 400,000 subscribers. To participate, you need to: Number 1, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Number 2, comment using the hashtag #Top10EVT. Number 3, watch until the end because today's video is full of surprises. Like and share this news with your friends. Remember to comment with the hashtag #Top10EVT. Join now because it's totally free and you have the chance to win an iPhone in any color you want. Let's go! Number 1, in search of spirits. Some places may have the presence of spirits, even if they're always remembered as places of fun. These scenes, which took place in the United States, show an old cinema where the owners swore to have witnessed supernatural phenomena. As the recording begins, the owner of the place realizes he's not alone, as a bench in the back row starts moving, causing him to jump out of his seat. Trying to understand what's going on, the owner also encounters a strange presence in an abandoned room, and, already consumed by fear, decides to leave the place once and for all. Number 2, gift from another world. All security cameras are placed to give us a greater sense of security, but when they start recording supernatural scenes, the effect can be the opposite. In this recording, a strange presence leaves a gift at the entrance of a simple residence. But the object starts moving and suddenly starts flying on its own, leaving a black blur on the recording. To this day, the neighbors have been unable to identify who the presence was that left the gift, or if the gift was some kind of curse. Number 3, unwanted guest. A young woman in the United States always noticed a strange presence in her home, and very concerned about this situation, she began filming her residence at night. However, one of these recordings left the young woman even more confused. During a walk around the house at night, this young woman ended up filming a very strange presence trying to enter her home. Scared by the situation, she decided to call a team of supernatural investigators. But when they arrived at the residence, the team had a big surprise. The woman who lived in the house was very different from the young woman who sent the video, and after noticing strange behavior, the investigators began to want to know more about the case. At that moment, they realized that the woman was actually a patient with mental health problems who was traumatized after losing her entire family in an accident. Number 4, mysterious lights. We've always known that we're not alone in the world, and this recording made in Russia made that very clear. During a car trip in 2014, a driver notices the presence of a bright flash of light in the sky, which quickly disappears without explanation. At that time, Russia was being heavily reported for being the target of many meteorites that were starting to fall to Earth, with the vast majority ending up on Russian soil, with no explanation. Number 5, abandoned amusement park. Very present in horror movies, amusement parks are always sought after by people who want to film supernatural events. With its dolls and attractions that were once celebrated, this setting is ideal for ghosts who refuse to leave this astral plane. In these recordings made by a group of supernatural researchers, we can see mysterious events happening. First, an old doll starts to blink, which is already creepy. After moving away from the location, they notice the presence of a spirit who chases the group in all scenes. Visibly scared, the group decides to leave the amusement park and never return to the place. Number 6. Pilgrim Ghost. Every day, thousands of lives are lost on highways, so it is very common to expect some ghosts to be found on roads worldwide. This recording made in Thailand shows the spirit of a lady who probably died on the highway, wandering aimlessly. Trying to connect with the spirit, the driver of the car did not find any more signs of its presence. After searching a little more, the driver could not reach the spirit anymore, as it had probably already passed to the world of the dead. So, have you left your like? Have you subscribed to the channel? What do you think about the 11 scary videos captured by cameras? Can you leave your comment down below please with the hashtag #Top10EVT? Then keep watching until the end to find out more. Number 7. Desperate Request. We often see situations in our neighborhood that leave us confused. In this small American neighborhood, several neighbors reported seeing a white spot wandering between houses on their security cameras. This mysterious spot always triggered the sensors, which was already bothering many people who had to wake up in the middle of the night. In the recordings, we can see that it is a white figure that has the ability to activate the sensors but can still enter the house walls unnoticed by residents. Fortunately, this strange presence was no longer seen in the neighborhood, which left many residents relieved. Number 8. The Watts family case. A case that became well known around the world, this tragic story ended in a tragic outcome. For those who do not remember, this tragic story began to gain media attention when a father called the police, claiming that his wife and daughters had disappeared. Even after some years, this crime is not solved, and some neighbors swear they heard sounds and saw shadows in the house where the family lived, which caught the attention of the police. But when they entered the house, they soon realized that it was not thieves, but the spirits of the wife and daughters, who were still in the place. Number 9. Mysterious Reports. Many horror movies begin with some young people performing rituals, invoking spirits that end up pursuing the group for the rest of their lives. In this recording made by a brave supernatural detective, he looks for the location of a supposed ritual done many years ago in Saudi Arabia. According to some ancient residents, the place is haunted by many spirits that were summoned. Wanting to find out more about this presence, he spread some security cameras in the place, which showed a black ghost, which also observed the detective. When trying to communicate with the spirit, the presence from another world quickly disappears, probably still looking for the people who called it from the world of the dead. Number 10. Zombie in the Forest. Many mysterious cases can happen far from homes. In this strange scene recorded from inside a car, a driver started to follow a strange pedestrian who still walks very much like a zombie. Curious about the young woman who walks in a totally crooked way, the driver tries to get closer and offer help, but clearly, the pedestrian does not seem to understand the offer of help and continues on her way. As she enters the forest, she gets lost, and it is still not known whether she was a possessed person or just a woman who lives in the forest. Number 11. Mysterious Man. Many otherworldly presences may also want to frequent other places where they were happy, and this seems to be the case with this strange presence, which insists on haunting this park. In the scenes, it is possible to see a strange and strong presence passing between the park's protective bars and walking towards the part where the rides are. Very frightened, the security guards still consider calling the police, but understand that the police could hardly scare this ghost. After a few seconds, this strange invader disappears. These supernatural scenes are capable of giving us chills, and are always marked by many screams and despair from those who are still alive. They are real recordings that show that there are definitely many beings who have already left this plane walking among us, so always try to respect everyone, especially those who are transitioning between worlds. Which of these scenes shocked you the most, and which one would you like to have witnessed up close? Write to us in the comments below. If you liked this video, check out the next video, which will be 9 scary moments caught on camera. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because your contribution is very important to us. Share this video and leave a comment with the hashtag Top 10 EVT. Deal? Now check out these super interesting videos that are appearing here on the screen. If you're on your cell phone, these videos might not show up on the screen, but the links are down below in the description of this video. Click on one of them and have fun.